Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come.
Yeah, we the people from Honolulu to Baltimore, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Anchorage, back to Arkansas. We the same people whose ancestors came off the shore. Some of us were already here, these are all of our stories. Who's ever prized freedom to dream of what's possible, for the right to breathe in life, be treated in the hospital, the right to speak my mind and overcome the improbable, the white, black, brown, every skin color possible. We the same people with the same color of blood, the same people who mourned when 9/11 was done, the same people that stand in line to vote for what we believe in, and when we disagree to still agree to disagree with it. That's why we're here, the land our grandparents dreamed of. No matter where your roots are, the fruits are the same love, the same hopes, the same pursuit of happiness to keep on. Realize there's never been two sides, it's just we the people.
When we come together then it's alright. Together we can make it through this fight. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come.
Yeah, realize there's no enemy lines, and every time we listen, we build heavenly ties, and every time we pray, we're changing the environment. It used to be hate, now I'm breaking down smiling. Don't ever let them tell you different, cause that's my ego saying you can't make a difference, cause only we know that if we learn to love and listen, we can see no other way to break it down than we the people.
When we come together then it's alright. Together we can make it through this fight. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come.
And the good
yeah. When we come together then it's alright. Together we can make it through this fight. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. Yeah. Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come.
Here at the Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Rev Jay, the director here. And, oh, that's good. We got some sound now, so people online can hear us. That's good. So let me do that again. Welcome, all people online, as well as everybody here. It's such a blessing it is to have everybody here in the community today on this 4th of July weekend. Here it is, July 5th. Astra Fox is here. She's a singer, songwriter, and inspiration to me. So let's welcome Astra and her opening song.
Thank you. Hello, hello. So excited to be here as we celebrate the liberation of our minds, hearts, and spirits.
Amen.
Won't you sing with me and claim that you are a magnet for love, peace, and abundance? I am a magnet. I attract love, peace, and abundance. Sing that again. I am a magnet. I attract love, peace, and abundance. I trust my gifts, follow my soul, here and now, here and now. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. I trust my gifts, follow my soul, here and now, here and now. One more time. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. Open your heart. I am a magnet, I attract love, peace, and abundance. You got it. I trust my gifts, follow my soul, here and now, here and now.
Thank you so much. So good to have everybody here today. We welcome anybody who might be here for the first time or the first time in a while. We welcome those people online, continuing, and perhaps new people joining us. Thank you so much for joining in and being with us at this time. This is the 5th of July, patriotic weekend, 250th anniversary. It's kind of hard to believe that it's that long that we've been a nation. And I know we have varying levels of patriotism probably in this community and all communities, and yet celebrating 250 years is a big thing. It's the longest running constitution of a democracy in the world, and we continue to support and advocate for a democratic nation that we do. Diane Browning is our practitioner today. She's actually an emeritus practitioner, which means she's been a practitioner for more than 20 years. So glad to have Diana here today. And let's begin our service with our vision and mission statement. Oh, I meant to mention that we did, as part of our celebration yesterday, we did the Interfaith Council march in the parade yesterday. And not only did a number of our community members participate along with Unitarian Universalist, the Quakers, some from Crosswalk, and other communities that were there. It was fun to have everybody there. But also we saw many people along the parade route that we could wave at. My arm got a little tired at the end of it. But then also, Michelle and Ursula and I came down to watch the drone show last night. I don't know if you've stayed up late enough to see that. It's really a fun thing. I did wonder when it was over and all the drones lined back up and went back down, if the creators of all that just opened up the truck and allowed the drones to load themselves in the truck, or did you have to box it up and put them there? I'm just curious. That's where my mind goes sometimes. So, but we do know that part of this celebrating freedoms, our spiritual liberation, as well as in our nation ensuring our freedom, is part of our vision and mission. So let's read that together this morning. We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. What I know about the practitioners and I, as well as many others of you, that we hold this nation in prayer for continuing democracy, continuing the rights for all people, and for our leaders to be divinely guided. This year, and often sometimes other times, but at this time of the year, I often bring out a prayer that Ernest Holmes wrote some time ago. And there's your handout today not only has announcements on it, but it has a longer version of this prayer. But I thought if you can see it clearly, I thought we would just speak this together so that we are in prayer. And just I know that our prayers are in the oneness of all life. And we speak that from a place of divine, and we can say together, we know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guides its affairs. We know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and the divine heritage of everyone in this country. We know that every leader in this country is now directed with its all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem. We know this spiritual democracy shall endure, guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is. Amen. So I invite you to take this home with you this week and pray for it yourself, just to read it aloud to yourself in the morning. And just know the truths that are in it and continue to hold that truth for our nation, for peace and prosperity for all. We'll now begin the contemplative part of our service. And we're starting a new order of service that allows the practitioners more time in the service to create what we call contemplative or reflective service. And that has come actually from a request from our community to have more time in the middle of the service to do that. So we're going to begin ritually by 3 gongs, 3 rings on the bowl, and then go into Astra song, followed by Diana and her reflective time.
I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive more good. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more good. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive wisdom. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive wisdom. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more good.
So, blessings to everyone on this beautiful day. And know that you are safe, as you sit comfortably in your seat. And let every word that you hear and every song that you sing today flood your heart with encouragement to live your best life. And now as we move into our meditation, I invite you to sit comfortably, close your eyes or soften your gaze, and take a few minutes to reflect on the words of our founder, Ernest Holmes. He says, "We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in everyone, and that all people are incarnations of this one Spirit." So this year has been difficult for me. I've compromised my back in so many ways that I can't even read that far away. And it's just been working in my yard. It seems that I forget that I'm 77 years old. My brain keeps thinking I'm only 47. And I've got this back problem that I've had for a number of years. So I get carried away being outside in the sun and working in the yard and feeling the soil and watching my plants grow. And each time I fall down or hurt myself, I make an assessment of my body, and I have recognized that, hey, I didn't break any bones. I am so grateful. And I know it could have been much worse than it was, so I'm grateful for that. And my heart, at the same time, hears the universe telling me and my husband, Lorenzo, "Hey, Diana, you just can't do those things anymore. You can't be going around lifting heavy things or hopping around on that uneven ground and making yourself vulnerable to falling." So I say, thank you, God, for entertaining and the educational television that I've been watching these last few months, because that's about all I've been able to do. And if you've seen me in here hobbling in with my walker or my cane, and I brought it today in case I need it, I really also want to thank all the practitioners for all their prayers for me. And I've been kept on the prayer list for months because I've really been in a lot of pain. So I know that without their intentions, I could have been really depressed during this time. And I'm so appreciative of my life right now. And I'm grateful for all those prayers because I know that they work. So while I was watching so much television and feeling guilty about not being able to do anything or take better care of myself, it did give me pause to reflect, to be grateful for the things that I actually can do, like breathing, like thinking, like being mindful of my limitations while expressing myself and being blessed by the world that I live in. So because I know that God is all around me, everywhere, all the time, I've been able to flip that guilty thought about doing nothing, and I sit gratefully with God on my couch and watch and enjoy my TV until I feel better. And so I give thanks for this. I know it is good, and so it is.
Bum bum ba da da dum bum ba da da dum bum ba da da dum bum
so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful for this place. How can I get the most out of today? I'm so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful for this place. How can I get the most out of today? I've got the freedom to make a choice. I've got the freedom to make a choice. All that's led me to this point gives me the freedom to make a choice. I've got the freedom to make a choice. I've got the freedom to make a choice. All that's led me to this point gives me the freedom to make a choice. I'm so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful for this place. How can I get the most out of today? I've got the freedom to make a choice. I've got the freedom to make a choice. All that's led me to this point gives me the freedom to make a choice.
Who needs a choir? You are a choir unto yourself. Thank you so much. So beautiful, so beautiful. So we begin a new month. It's July now, and our theme is Holy, Holy. And I just love, 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 love this theme. Because when you think about the idea about us each being whole and complete just the way we are, there's nothing that needs to be improved or changed or altered. And from that place of wholeness, we can recognize our holiness. And I'm not talking about our holy like H-O-L-E-Y, the things that we think are missing or incorrect of ourselves, or that we still have to fix, we still have to work on. I think right where we are whole and complete, just in the way we are. And it's in this idea that we open up to Spirit flowing through us as us. Now, what's interesting about this idea is that often we think about spiritual growth, or we talk about the flow in our lives as being linear, like a river, right? A creek that flows by, starts in the mountains and moves down and goes eventually into the ocean. We think of it as linear. But even that water cycle that happens, as the water goes out, it evaporates and moves into the sky and then moves back up into the mountains and comes down in rain. There's a circular motion. That really everything is a circle. Everything moves. The circles, the physical and spiritual laws are one that are always in a circle in our lives. Even the very cosmos that we live in, I mean, this earth that we are is round, spherical, and it moves in an orbit around the sun. The solar system moves within a galaxy. And I don't know if you know this, but galaxies move within this universe as well. But much of this is hidden because we can't feel that we're moving, I don't know, thousands of miles an hour and in orbit as much, and we don't feel that because it's hidden. But so is our inner wholeness, our inner soul that really is circular. We tend to think of our soul as an image of our body somehow, that it fits in our body, but really our soul is bigger than our body, and our body fits within our soul. That is spherical and round and in 3 dimensions around us. And it's the bigger part of ourselves, not the smaller self. If you think about Genesis, it says we were, the myth there says that we were created in the image of God. We don't think of God as in form. So the true part of ourselves is not in form either. It's this round part. And all things on earth here are circles, whether it be a bird's nest or a flower blooming, the cycles of water I talked about, the breathing we do, the air that we let out, the carbon dioxide that plants take in and breathe back air, that whole cycle, as well as within our bodies, the circulatory system, the endocrine system within our body. There's a, giving and flowing within us back, and the meridian, energetic system that's in our body as well. Eastern medicine, or if you do any kind of kinesiology, it measures where there's not a flow, where the circle is broken, and seeks to reconnect that circle. And I think that's our meaning in our life, especially in our personal journey, is being aware of the cycles we're in, the circles we're in, and where to connect, what's missing. And so as we step into this weekly idea, freedom is our birthright, we know that freedom is part of this circle for us to be free. And if there's some constriction, to find what that is, to be aware of it. And sometimes it's just accepting something. It's not for us to do or fix, to make sure that we're, repairing our circle or something. It's just noticing a thought, a belief, perhaps a forgiveness, or somebody we have not yet loved. Something that's missing, but just to be aware. In fact, our very intuition that we have is the universe letting us know what is seeking to be made whole and complete. It's an interesting dynamic to say that, well, you're saying we're whole and complete, but you're also saying we need to finish the circle. But it's just a matter of a circle that there's a number of circles that continue to go, and it's just a way of completing that circle. The seasons it's not like spring goes, oh, I guess I'm finished now, the spring's over. The seasons continue. The earth continues to orbit the sun. Our life continues to move in circles, and we're aware what is the next step, and our intuition is doing that. Whether it's our ancestors like Lorenzo, your late husband, who continues to guide you about gardening, which doesn't surprise me. I still remember in his last days, he was still guiding me about things to do out here, And his big thing was, don't make things too square or rectangular. You should have it be a circle. Let it flow. So I still think of Lorenzo and just let it flow. Let in our lives that we can continue to open to that truth. I don't know if you know this. So first of all, the image that Shauna found, that is this bridge that I think it's somewhere in Germany, but it's beautiful because it shows the whole circle. But what's interesting is the reflection is sometimes hidden. Because of a dark day or in darkness, you might be able to see the top half of it, but you don't see the whole circle. And often, as Parker Palmer would say it, the circle is hidden from us unless we pay attention to it, unless we bring it forth. I learned something this week. I didn't know this. Maybe you guys knew this. I didn't know this. Do you know that a rainbow is actually a complete circle? I didn't know that. And you can't see it unless you're in the sky to see it, because we just see things from our perspective, our horizon. That says a lot to me. Because if I just stick to my own small thinking, I can't see the whole circle. I can't see the completion of things, the wholeness, my own wholeness, that I need to rise up in perspective, rise up in a divine understanding, a higher self, to see the wholeness that I am, the wholeness that situations I'm in, because I just see the broken parts. But the broken parts are just part of the completion of the circle. completion of the wholeness that is already there. Meister Eckhart, who's one of my favorite mystical poets, he was actually almost excommunicated from the church. And I think anybody that's almost excommunicated from the church has got to be a good guy, right? Sorry, did I say that out loud? But he said something miraculously, that he said that just us being is a circle of God. That the soul is a circle of the world and invites humans to be a circle filled with spirit. He said that heaven runs constantly in a circle, and he connects the heart and heaven, the psyche and the cosmos. And my favorite line of his is, everything I see, hear, touch, feel, taste, speak, think, imagine, is completing a perfect circle God has drawn. Completes a perfect circle God has drawn. Now his thinking is a little dualistic in my mind, but being the mystic he is, and us being really a practical mystic faith, we can let go of the details about whether he thinks there's some entity out there drawing circles, and just know that this universe has circles that it opens up for us in this way. And that we can allow our consciousness, our mindfulness, our awareness, our intuition to let us know how to complete that circle. In our wholeness. It doesn't mean we're not whole. Let's be clear about that. Nothing wrong with us. It's just the path forward. Moving forward and completing the circle, the cycles. And you guys know that in your life there's been a number of cycles that have been complete in your life, and then a new cycle appears. And so that's the idea around this, is to complete circle. Now this is a Zen called Inso, and it's a beautiful concept that the Zen Buddhists talk about, that this circle is looks incomplete, right? And yet to the Zen Buddhist, this is perfection. It is wholeness. That there's nothingness and everything at the same time. Another one of these mystical concepts that if you try and break it down with your brain, it doesn't really work. Zens don't work. Zen Buddhists don't work on the head. They work from the heart and a being state. And so this idea of completing the circles in our lives, we're aware, but there's a graciousness to it, a beauty to it. That there's nothing really missing. And it's just our opportunity to move forward. I also appreciate, speaking of folklore and different things, there's in the Eastern and Middle Eastern tradition, particularly around Sufi teachings, there's a character, I guess you call him, Mullah Nasruddin, and he's the wise fool. Similar to the way that English and the Appalachian Mountains have Jack stories. Now, you're probably familiar with Jack and the Beanstalk, the wise fool who trades a cow for beans, but it ends up bringing him riches. But really, there's a whole line of Jack stories. That's just the one we know the most. And Brer Rabbit from the South, about, don't throw, whatever you do, don't throw me in the briar patch, right? So Mullah Nasruddin, a woman comes to him being the wise fool, and this woman comes to him, I've been so excited, my son just completed all his lessons at the university. And Mullah goes, yes, don't worry, the universe will provide many more. So even when we complete our lessons, complete a cycle, there will be more, and that's okay. There are new cycles born. The hero's journey that continues to move around, and we find challenges and ways and new beginnings and come back around to being integrated, hopefully in a spiral that continues, although it's a circle, a spiral that goes upward. But it's necessary for our mindfulness to create that in this way, to complete or move forward in what calls us in this way. If you know of any of the writings of Black Elk, He's a Native American mystic. Beautiful words he said, as well as other Native Americans, talk about circles as being the sacred hoop that we individually and collectively in communities and tribes. And he goes on to say that the universe must be of the heart and not the head alone. He says, being a combination, integration of heart and head brings peace upon the earth, not only among people, but with them, in them, and between the whole of creation. So peace itself is this sacred hoop within us, and it's the way of the heart and our awareness of this. Often we think about the way the circle moves as, what is the missing piece? Or, what piece, if you want to think of the other spelling of the word peace, what piece is missing? What freedom? What connection? As we move towards the direction of being whole and complete, while we are whole and complete. Don't think about it too much, but you know in your heart what I mean. In your heart, you can be aware that everything about you is becoming this path that continues and completes the circle in this way. And like I said, it may be to release, it may be to understand, it may be to love, it may be to forgive. It may be just to feel something we haven't felt, that we are afraid to feel it deeper because we might disappear or something. We might poof because we have felt too deeply. That doesn't happen. We dive into it deeper. And it could be something simple as when I was in Seattle visiting my son, a lot of things that happened that particular day, that particular weekend. If you recall, I got bit by a dog and ended up in the ER on Saturday night. And then I made this reservation. I thought I need to leave his house on Monday morning at 5, but then I figured out the plane leaves at 5. So I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just kind of a little disheveled after the ER visit and so early in the morning, and I didn't drink coffee because I thought I could get to sleep on the plane. So I get out of my rental car and I get all my bags together going, just like I've been going through the airport, and I get to the elevator to go to the terminal. I go, something's missing. And then I realized I left my roller bag back in the car. So though I did, and I was just feet away from it, so I went to go get it. It was still where I left it, thank God. Nobody thought, oh, an abandoned suitcase, oh no. And that's something simple. I'm sure most of you, before you leave the house, when you get in your car, Astra, I don't know how you do it. You have all this stuff. You probably have to triple check yourself. But we can do the same thing internally. What did I leave behind? What do I need to leave behind? What do I need to let go, to release, not to hang on to, so I can move forward? And we have different parts of us that we have used, that have been necessary to adapt to life, that have helped us cope at the time. But they're still lingering in us and affecting our decisions. They're parts that want to fix things or respond to things or to find blame in other people or be defensive or keep us safe and secure. And if we rise above that, if we're in a state of contemplation or reflection, we can be aware when those things hold us back. Or when we overreact to something or underreact to something, we find an amount of apathy. The other day, I have a prayer call, weekly prayer call, and I was sharing with my fellow 3 other people in this prayer call that I was just feeling kind of down. I didn't know why. Just like I didn't have much motivation. And I wasn't sure, and it was hard to say that because I'm like a high energy person. I just couldn't find my motivation. And we talked about it, and then we prayed. Thank God we prayed. Because within the hour, something shifted within me. Was it necessary just to share of my heart, to be vulnerable? And then open to prayers in that way, asking for prayer and being available, then things shifted and suddenly I have this energy, I have this clarity. And I'm also aware, find clarity on what is not mine to do, which is an important part. And choose to put my energy towards what is important. And we have numbers of things in our lives that we can put our energy to. But what we want to do is be present with life itself. Now, Ernest Holmes talks about his phrase, our word, when we speak our word, when we pray, when we affirm things, does not restore our wholeness, it reveals it. It reveals it. So in the Signs of Mind symbol, we talk about, we realize the divine nature we are, the wholeness we are, and we bring it into our reality, and it shows up in our lives in love and kindness and understanding and listening to others and compassion. But we also think about this as a linear thing, and it's not linear. It looks linear. I know the divine comes down, right? But that which we do, the metaphor we use, the seed, the soil, the plant. I mean, if you're a gardener, you know the plant doesn't last forever. But the plant also gives you an indication of how to improve, what you can do differently, or the weeds that are there. Well, I got to release and take care of those. It is a constant cycle. The world is a mirror back to us. We're aware of what is, and we seek something to complete the cycle. It's not that there was anything wrong with what we're doing. We just want to continue to spiral upwards. So we check in, we go, what is it that is seeking to be expressed through me? What's the highest and best in this situation? How can love show up here? I'm not feeling the love here. So how can I be the love? What shifts in me so we can allow this to be? And I think it's important for us to continue to change our routines in our lives. If we don't change our routines occasionally, just to try them out, they become ruts, right? They become ruts. And when we are able to change, notice when something is holding us back, something is too constant, then it becomes a spiral, a new thing that is happening, a new opening, a new level of being in this way. I started riding my bike to the center and come to find out it takes just as long on a bike as it does in a car. Not on Sundays, but during the week, and it's enjoyable. And I go through this area that goes underneath the highway, underneath 29, by the creek there. And I noticed one day I was going through that there were police and sanitation workers there cleaning out a homeless encampment, which I was feeling compassion for them, but also understanding that. And what's interesting is when we're in a place of wholeness, we can allow things that are apparent contradictions to be in this place. So while I had compassion because I know the people that are unhoused need a place to be, a place that's consistent, a place that's theirs, that they can build a life and find stability to be able to build upon that as a foundation. Also know that from a health standard, they've got to clean out these camps occasionally, and so that there's not any concerns about that. And hopefully they're doing it with compassion. But it's not an either or. I can be in a place of yes and. Yes, they need a place. And yes, I can help do things that creates food security for them, or places they can be, the shelters they can be, the ones that can be in shelters. And I can support our city officials who need to keep a clean environment, especially near water. I don't have to take sides. I do not have to take sides. From a place of wholeness, from a place of understanding, and a place of deeper connection in what that is. Parker Palmer is one of my favorite writers. And it's fun because there are certain writers we share with other progressive faiths that are part of the Interfaith Council. And Parker Palmer is one we share with the Quakers that are in our community because he was a Quaker. And he has this deep spirituality that I just love reading about. And he wrote a book called Hidden Wholeness, and often talks about us returning to wholeness and not living an undivided life. So he says this: wholeness does not mean perfection. It means embracing the brokenness as an integral part of life. When we catch sight of the soul, we can become healers in a wounded world, in our families, in the neighborhood, in the workplace, in political life, as we are called back to our hidden wholeness, even amid the violence of the storm. So from this place of wholeness, we don't have to take sides, but we can be clear about what is ours to do. What healing within us, or healing we can know for others, invitations to allow this deeper self to become the truth of who we are. And it's important that we begin with wholeness early in the morning when you get up, just to take a minute or two to be in this place of recognizing your wholeness, recognizing your deeper truth of who you are, your divine self. And during the day, to return to this wholeness, to check in, just to check in with what's going on within yourself. Parker Palmer talks about the Mobius circle. Now, this is something that he describes as a way that we live as we grow up. We create boundaries about our lives. We're getting it together, so to speak. So we form a way to protect ourselves by an outside of ourselves and an inner self. And we don't show that inner self very much. We make sure it's safe 100 times before we share something very vulnerable, for allowing that. Because we're afraid that if we show our true self, people won't like us. I don't know about you, but I learned quite the opposite. When I was being fake and artificial, relationships didn't last, friendships didn't last. But when I was willing to be authentic, I built some lifelong relationships, lifelong friendships, and a faith that was enduring with spirit. And Parker Palmer talks about as that afraid of our inner light will be extinguished or our inner darkness exposed, we hide our true identities from each other. In the process, we become separated from our own souls, and we end up living divided lives so far removed from the truth we hold that within we cannot know the integrity that comes from being what and who we are. So we've hidden our wholeness from ourselves, our authenticity, who we are, because we're so used to living this. And his metaphor of this Mobius circle is quite interesting. It's to, in imagination, to take this circle and create an infinity circle out of it by twisting it. And now you find that your life can move from your inner to your outer and your outer to inner seamlessly. That we can be this authentic. It doesn't have to be either or. It can be a yes and. I can be my true self, and it becomes a dance that is just an easy flow in this circle that allows us this deeper self in what we know. That we don't have to live behind a wall or be concerned about an inner darkness that we're afraid we might, like I said, poof and disappear when it's revealed, because we're scared of our own inner self, when in truth, that's where our soul lies. That's the deeper part of ourselves. That's the way and the only way we complete these circles. Complete this truth. Be on path and allow these circles we go through to be a spiral of evolution. A spiral of deeper connection. So on a week from Friday, let me start by saying this. I've been hesitant to talk about Gaza and Israel because I didn't want to appear to take sides. And the truth was, I could see both sides and concerns about that. But the violence continued, and I knew I needed to say something, but I didn't know what to say because I didn't want to appear partisan, anti-Jewish or anti-Arab, Palestinian. And yet I knew both were compassionate. And I also know that my experience talking with people, most people want peace, no matter the side. So Nancy Nord-Carnegie and I have come to an understanding about a good movie to show a week from Friday. And it's called, you'll see the little clip of it here. The Path Forward. Thank you. So this is a clip from it.
All of us want to stop the killing of our children and your children.
We are crying for the world to act now before it will be too late. What happened to my parents on October 7th? Some nights I cried throughout the night.
If somebody kills your brother, you want to hurt whoever hurts your family.
Every relationship that I will be able to build with Palestinians, it's very meaningful.
It didn't matter to me that his parents were Jewish. Those who were killed were my people too.
At this time of great pain, you choose to be together.
If not now, when?
I wanted to break the cycle of incitement, hatred, violence, revenge, rinse and repeat.
How can we move further away from this hashtag stand with Palestine or a hashtag stand with Israel?
We lost our compass of humanity, and we need to bring that back.
So I hope you can join us a week from Friday at 7 o'clock. We'll show the movie. We'll have a discussion afterwards. There's also some clips of the directors making some comments about it. But, to refine our compass for humanity. This is where wholeness is. This is not where our brain goes, where we want to take sides. And, well, if only they would do this and if they would do that. Let that go and be in this place of love and to listen to all people. And that's what this group of people have done. They've come together realizing that we can't keep doing it the way we've been doing it. So come join us Friday at 7 on the 17th, right? So July 17th. So please join us for that. And what I know about this truth right now is that within us, we can know our wholeness. We can know our deeper truths, and we can know the path forward, even amongst the storm that we may be experiencing in the outer world. That we can find our truth, find our deeper understanding, our deeper path forward. So let's go to prayer. I know within us and around us there is just one. There's a wholeness, and that we are each whole and complete right where we are. And so this moment we just allow Spirit to be in us and around us. And I know Spirit is moving through each of us, reminding us of our beauty, being this peace and this love, guiding us towards what is our next steps. What is completing these infinite circles, moving in and out of being and doing, dancing, and moving through all of life. Like the cosmos around us, like Spirit itself around us. We know Spirit is right here with us, wherever we might be, and that we find this peace of Spirit within us. And for this I'm grateful. And so it is.
Star seeds rise, your heart drum is calling you home to stand and be the light shining through the shadows of darkness to heal the wounds of life. We shine, we are one truth, love divine. We are wisdom realized. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. We are one breath burning bright. We are sacred soul inside. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. Transcendent truth, your heart's constellation, a symphony of light. Ignite, ascending through the veils of illusion. Behold your wings and fly on high. We are one truth, love divine. We are wisdom realized. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. We stand, we are one breath burning bright. We are sacred soul inside. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. Star seeds rise, your heart drum is calling. Ooh. Star seeds rise, your heart drum is calling. Ooh. Star seeds rise, your heart drum is calling.
Beautiful, Astra. Thank you. I just wanted to be with her. I didn't want to have to get back up. So somebody's got to finish this service, I guess. But the Spirit will do it. There you go. This is a time in over service when I invite you to be part of the law of circulation. There's many ways you can give to the center, including bill pay and texting in different ways. We just always appreciate your support of our vision and mission. So if our ushers could come forward, please. We know that which you give comes back to you. This is the law of circulation. This is the circle that I'm talking about. It may come back to you in unbeknownst ways. And there are times that you are simply receiving here, and we honor that. And there's times that you're able to give more, and we appreciate that. So thank you so much for all that you're doing to support our vision and mission. So if you'll look up on the screen and hold your hand over your heart to represent that which you're giving, and speak with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
Over the mountains, I send my love. Over the sea, I send my love. Into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace, I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. One more time, and it returns to me.
Boy, everything is circles today, isn't it? Thank you, Astra. Thank you so much. This time in our service, we want to acknowledge anybody who might be here for the first time. Online, if you're new with us, feel free to share your information in the chat box. Or if you're ongoing, go ahead and put your name let us know you're here in the chat box. But anybody here in the sanctuary, if this is your first time, if you're willing to raise your hand, we have a brochure for you about our information. Okay, nobody today, but always bring your friends. For the more the merrier, right? We also, this is the first of the month, so we want to know. Now, July is always a great month for birthdays because we have 4 people that have birthdays all on the same day. I believe it's July 7th or something, isn't it? So what is it? Is it Noreen, Joey, Linda, Janet, champion. So happy birthday, all of you. Anybody else have a July birthday? More July birthdays? Great. Curtis and Johan. 23rd? 19th? 13th? Well, we got a busy month here. Thank you, everybody. Well, happy birthday to everybody. And also any anniversaries in July. Me. Michelle and I, our anniversary is on the 9th. I better get that right because this is being televised here. Be our 15th year. Anybody else have anniversaries? Yes? Jeannie? 3rd?
Ryan and I celebrated 10 years yesterday.
Yay! All right. July 4th. It's a great day to be married. And then also, we know that there are often recovery anniversaries in this month, and we don't ask you to share, but we honor your path of sobriety and know that it's a sacred and spiritual path. So thank you for your honoring. And I know there's often groups that you share those anniversaries in, but we appreciate that path you're on. So let us celebrate everybody today, birthdays and anniversaries and everything, as we raise our hand and we say, we bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We under inner radiance, as you let your light shine in the world, we are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. And now in this new order of service, we have announcements at the end of the service. And I know all of you are going, what about the announcements? When is he going to get to the announcements? Because you're so excited to hear all these announcements, right? Well, the first one has already been given in my talk, and that's Friday, July 17th. We're having this premiere of this movie, The Path Forward. It's a new movie, so I think I'm excited about showing it. Saturday, July 25th is a big day, Crush MS. We are inviting you to buy tickets to it as well as volunteer. If you haven't had a conversation with Karen, can you stand up, please? If you haven't had a conversation with Karen, please, and you want to volunteer, please talk to her after the service. I'm sure there's places that you can still serve, and we'll be happy to have you there. But it's an event we do as a community, as part of our outward community service. We do giving back to the community. So we're so pleased to be and honored to be part of Crush MS once again, now in its 10th year. 13th year. I can't count. I know the first year I was here, I think it was the first year there was Crush. So maybe the year before? Second year of it. Okay, that makes sense because it's my 12th year. Okay, that's great. And then also, next Sunday is our Spanish-speaking service that starts at 12:30 in person. So once a month they're doing in-person services. So if you know anybody who is a Spanish speaker, whether you're a primary speaker or not, but you want to attend the service at 12:30, please come and join us for that. There's a Zoom link too for people online that you can go on to do that. And we're continuing to collect for Venezuela relief from their earthquakes today. And so while we're ending that today, this will be the last Sunday for that, we're kicking off funding the schools in Uganda that Sean is involved with. So talk to Sean after the service. We'll do a formal presentation of that later. Just know there's forms at the information table if you're interested in sponsoring or to give a one-time donation. Either one is fine. You can talk to Sean or Mary about that. So that's it for the announcements. So what I'd like to do is invite the practitioners to come up at this time. After the service, there are the time available for one-on-one prayer. I think it's just to be quite frank, if you don't know that you're wonderful and you're whole and you're beautiful right where you are, come see one of these lovely people because they are wonderful mirrors to remind you of the blessing you are in this world and that Spirit mirroring it back to you, that Spirit is moving in and through your life. There are also prayer requests in the lobby and online that you can fill out, and the practitioners and I are always happy to pray for you during the week. And I want to invite children, but I don't see any children, no children today. They're having their 4th of July. They were up late last night, so. All right, well, let's all stand for the community. We'll give this affirmation and our final song. This new order, I had to go, okay, what's next? Okay, this is what's next. So repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I'm guided by love.
I'm guided by love.
I'm protected by Spirit.
I'm protected by Spirit.
I'm here to be a blessing.
I'm here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I am so grateful.
And so it is. And now our final song.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
So let's go out into the world being whole and complete and fabulous. Have a great Sunday.